Free college football picks. This is week 4, part 1. I'm Tony T here with our college football pick show here for Monday. We've got 11 games from Saturday's action. We're going to get all 60 plus games, but we're going to do it in parts here, right? So we got to get started early. So we got 11 games. Before we get underway, just a couple of things. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. We have free college football picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports like NFL, like Major League Baseball, and more. Making it a great time to subscribe. And also, if you would support our channel with a like, a thumbs up, we greatly appreciate it. Then visit our site, TonySpicks.com. We're a multi-capper site showcasing top cappers in our industry. Click the links to the hot cappers. Get signed up to our long-term passes. Hot cappers this year like Ramon Scott, Joseph Schultz, Morning Steam doing great. Ralph Raymond up there as well. Last 30 days, Collins has been on fire. Ralph Raymond as well. Joseph in there. Yours truly over the past 7 days. We also have Daniel Wallace, Chuck Pravi with a good day, Hollywood Sam. Click the links, get signed up to our long-term passes. You'll find our latest spring picks here center of the page. Click the tabs for the best bets. Our $15 promotional item, $15 pick is up there. Each capper can designate a play from their card as 15. And of course, our multi-packs, which offer great value, will be locked and loaded for you guys here on a Monday. You can also purchase our plays a la carte from the pick ticker. There you're going to find team versus team information. And you can save 20% off all pre and pick packages. When you use that promo code TonyT at checkout, you can access our page by clicking the link in the description. Click the All Cappers tab, get signed up. Always love to hear from you guys, so you can post your picks in the comments. We are looking for cappers, so apply on that home page. All right, let's go ahead and let's get this one started. Oklahoma versus Cincinnati. College football pick here for action on Saturday. Oklahoma 3-0 after their 66-17 road win at Tulsa. You know, Sooners rushed for nearly 5 yards a carry, but it was a huge day passing the football. Oklahoma held the Golden Hurricane to under 2 yards per rush with 217 yards passing on 27 attempts. They picked off 5 Tulsa passes. Dylan Gabriel, 20 of 31 for 421 yards with 5 touchdowns and a pick. He averaged 13.6 yards per pass attempt. Cincinnati fell to 2-1 after the 31-24 home overtime defeat to Miami, Ohio. Bearcats rushed for 373 yards on 57 attempts. They allowed 4 yards per rush to the Cardinals with 237 passing on 20 attempts. Emory Jones went 18 of 34 for 265 yards and 2 interceptions. Sooners sit 8th in total offense and 83% completion rate on the year, the best in college football. Head coach Brent Venables is getting defense from this team, and they're holding teams at 289 yards a game with only 2.3 yards per rush. Cincinnati is an inexperienced team, returning only 9 starters total and 3 to the offense. Play here Oklahoma minus 13.5. SMU and TCU. College football pick here for Saturday. SMU 2-1 after their 69-0 home victory to FCS Prairie View. Their FBS win came to Louisiana Tech 38-14 with the loss coming at Oklahoma 28-11. Quarterback Preston Stone completes 63% of his passes with 7.8 yards per pass attempt. He has 9 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. He did pass for 250 yards to Oklahoma, but only 5.6 yards per attempt. TCU improved to 2-1, a 36-13 road win at Houston. Horned Frogs rushed for 5 yards per attempt on the Cougars. They limited Houston to under 2 yards per rush with 225 yards passing on 35 attempts. Chandler Morris, 24 of 37 for 314 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception. He averaged 8.5 yards per pass attempt. Horned Frogs lack experience on offense with 3 starters back. Respect the 564 yards they've gained on that Cougars defense. The over is hit in their past 3 meetings. Each team was able to put up chunks of yardage on the opposing defense in those games. Play here SMU and TCU over 63.5. Auburn and Texas A&M. College football pick here for action on Saturday. Auburn 3-0 on the year after their 45-13 home victory at FCS Sanford. Their 2 FBS wins came at home to UMass and a 14-10 road win at Cal. Michigan State transfer quarterback Peyton Thorne is completing 68% of his throws with 8.2 yards per attempt. He threw 4 touchdowns with 3 interceptions. Texas A&M 2-1 after their 47-3 home win to UL Monroe. Aggies rushed for 5 yards per attempt and had a huge passing attack. They allowed 4 yards per carry on the ground of the Warhawks with only 95 passing yards on 17 attempts. Connor Wegman, 25 of 29, 337 yards with a touchdown. Season to date, he's averaging 9 yards per attempt. Both teams are experienced. Tigers won the meeting last season 13-10. Dating back to last year, Auburn's allowed 17 or fewer points in 5 of 6 games. Aggies have had issues with penalties this year. Thorne, no stranger to big games. Remember, he played at Michigan State. The past few seasons, play here Auburn, a +7. Army and Syracuse, college football pick for Saturday. Army 2-1 after their 37-29 road win at UTSA. Black Knights ran the football 65 times for 254 yards. They were successful throwing the football. The team allowed nearly 6 yards per rush to the Roadrunners with 239 yards passing in the game on 27 attempts. UTSA starting quarterback Frank Harris did not play. Quarterback Bryson Daly went 7-17 for 133 yards for Army with a touchdown and 7.8 yards per attempt. In a triple option, he rushed 24 times for 100 yards and a touchdown. Syracuse is 3-0 after their 35-20 road win at Purdue. Orange rushed for under 3 yards a carry but made big gains in their passing. They held the Boilermakers to under 3 yards a carry but 323 yards passing on 46 attempts. Quarterback Garrett Schrader completed 14-28 for 184 yards and an interception. He rushed it 25 times for 195 yards and 4 touchdowns. Orange had +3 turnover margin. Army's experienced team, they are getting passing production from their quarterback this year. Black Knights defense holding teams to 293 yards a game. Syracuse, really not familiar with this triple option. Play here Army +13. Florida State and Clemson, college football pick for Saturday. Florida State 3-0 after a 31-29 road win at Boston College. Seminoles had nearly 5 yards per rush in the win. They did allow BC over 3.5 yards per run with 305 yards passing on 34 attempts. Jordan Travis was 16-24 for 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. He averaged 8.8 yards per pass attempt. Clemson is 2-1 on the year with their 48-14 home victory at FAU. Tigers rushed for over 5 yards a carry in the game. They limited the Owls to just over 2 yards per rush with 210 passing yards on 46 attempts. Cade Klubnik, 16-27 for 169 yards, 3 touchdowns. He averaged 6.3 yards per pass attempt. Tigers' struggles at Duke are the major concern here. Blue Devils rushed for 200 yards on 30 carries on this Clemson defense. This is an experienced Seminoles team. Klubnik averaged just 4.9 yards per pass attempt in that Duke loss. Play here Florida State -1.5. Kentucky versus Vanderbilt, college football pick. Here we go. Action on Saturday. Kentucky improved to 3-0, a 35-3 home victory to Akron. Wildcats rushed for 6 yards a carry, passed the ball well. They limited the Zips to 2 yards per rush with 190 passing yards on 41 attempts. NC State transfer Devin Leary completed 16-26 for 315 yards with 3 touchdowns and a pick. He averaged 12 yards per pass attempt. Vanderbilt drops to 2-2, a 40-37 road defeat at UNLV. Commodores rushed for under 3 yards a carry. On defense, they held to Rebels to just over 3 yards per rush, but 276 passing yards on 37 attempts. A.J. Swan completed just 16-35 for 296 yards, 3 touchdowns, and interception. He averaged 8.5 yards per attempt. Vanderbilt blew an early 17-0 lead. They knock out the Rebels starting quarterback. Then in comes a redshirt freshman, and it was a comeback, right? It was a back-to-back road spot for Vanderbilt. Kentucky experienced offensively, but only 5 returned to the defense. Commodores are moving the football for 402 yards, 289 a game through the air. Kentucky's played a really weak schedule, and they play their first road game here. Play here Vanderbilt +14. Rutgers versus Michigan in college football pick here for Saturday. Rutgers moved to 3-0 after a 35-16 home victory to Virginia Tech. Scarlet Knights rushed for 256 yards on 34 carries. They allowed over 3 yards per rush to the Hokies with 190 passing on 32 attempts. Quarterback Gavin Wimsatt hit on 7-16 passes for 46 yards and a touchdown. He averaged only 2.9 yards per attempt. On the season, he is completing 51% of his passes, facing the likes of Northwestern, Temple, and Virginia Tech. Michigan 3-0 after a 31-6 home victory to Bowling Green. Wolverines rushed for over 5.5 yards a carry. They held the Falcons just over 2 yards per rush with 124 passing yards on 21 attempts. J.J. McCarthy, 8 of 13 for 143 yards with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. He did average 11 yards per pass attempt. Scarlet Knights lack experience on offense. The Wolverines pounded Rutgers last year 52-17, holding the Scarlet Knights to just 14 rushing yards. The passing game is just so miserable for Rutgers. One-dimensional approach won't work here. Play here will be Michigan -24.5. Tulsa and Northern Illinois college football pick. Here we go. Action on Saturday. Tulsa fell to 1-2 after their 66-17 home defeat to Oklahoma. Golden Hurricane rushed for under 2 yards per attempt. They did allow the Sooners nearly 5 yards per rush with 476 yards passing on 35 attempts. Quarterback Braylon Braxton missed the game due to an ankle injury. Sophomore Cardell Williams came in relief at quarterback, went 11-17 for 196 yards with 2 touchdowns but 2 interceptions. He did average 11.5 yards per attempt. Roman Fuller started the game and threw for 3 interceptions and was replaced immediately. Northern Illinois 1-2 after their 35-11 road defeat in Nebraska. Huskies' offense was anemic here, 149 yards with 26 rushing on 22 attempts. Defensively, they surrendered 5 yards per rush to the Cornhuskers with 158 yards passing on 24 attempts. Rocky Lombardi 11-28 passing for 73 yards and an interception. He averaged just 2.6 yards per attempt. Tulsa is an inexperienced team with 4 starters on offense and 5 back on the defense, but NIU was held to 11 points the week prior at home to FCS Southern Illinois. Scheduled relief here for Tulsa after facing Washington and Oklahoma in back-to-back games. Huskies sit 131st in the nation in yards per play. Golden Hurricanes bringing a bit of more offense to the table. Play here Tulsa plus 3.5. Virginia Tech and Marshall College football pick. Here we go. Action Saturday. Virginia Tech fell to 1-2 with a 35-16 road defeat at Rutgers. Hokies have lost 8 of 10 dating back to last season. They rushed for over 3 yards a carry. On defense, they allowed Rutgers only 46 yards passing on 256 rushing yards on 34 attempts. Quarterback Grant Wells missed the game due to injury. Baylor transfer Kyron Drones hit 19 of 32 for 190 yards and a touchdown and a pick. He averaged just 5.9 yards per attempt. Marshall 2-0 after a 31-13 road victory at East Carolina. Third and Herd have won 7 straight dating back to last season. They gained over 3 yards per rush. Defensively, the team allowed nearly 4 yards per run to the Pirates, but only 123 passing yards on 31 attempts. Cam Fancher 15-28 for 178 yards, averaging 6.4 yards per attempt. Third and Herd is inexperienced on defense with only 4 starters back. Virginia Tech defense has been strong defending the pass. If Wells can't start, Drones is comfortable under center now with some series under his belt. Hokies have won 4 straight in this series. They're Herd in week 1 got past Albany at home, but only by 4 points. Play here Virginia Tech plus 7.5. Western Kentucky and Troy college football pick. Here we go. This is action here for Saturday. Western Kentucky fell to 2-1 with a 63-10 road win at Ohio State. Hilltoppers struggled on the ground and through the air offensively. The team surrendered 6.5 yards per rush to the Buckeyes with 358 passing on 27 attempts. Quarterback Austin Reed 21-37 for 207 yards with a touchdown and pick. Reed averaged only 5.6 yards per attempt. Troy 1-2 with their 16-14 home defeat to James Madison. The Trojans rushed for negative 12 yards on 19 carries. They held the Dukes to 3 yards per rush with 200 passing yards on 26 attempts. Gunnar Watson 25-46 for 332 yards with 2 touchdowns and an interception. He averaged 7.2 yards per attempt. Hilltoppers are inexperienced on defense, returning 4 starters. The Trojans won the meeting on the road last season by 7 with a strong rushing performance. WKU surrendering 490 yards defensively per game, sitting 129th in the nation. Opponents are rushing for 5.7 yards per carry on them, which ranks 128th nationally. Play here Troy -3. Western Michigan and Toledo college football pick. Here we go. Action on Saturday. Western Michigan fell to 1-2, a 41-10 road defeat to Iowa. Broncos rushed for 3 yards a carry and struggled in the passing game. They surrendered over 6 yards per run to the Hawkeyes with 133 passing yards on 12 attempts. Trayson Bouguer completed 5 of 16 passes for 124 yards and a touchdown. Toledo 2-1 with their 21-17 home victory to San Jose State. Rockets rushed for nearly 6 yards per attempt. They held the Spartans to under 2 yards per rush with 228 yards passing on 41 attempts. Correct, Daquan Finn went 13-23 for 92 yards with a touchdown and interception. He averaged only 4 yards per attempt but rushed for 62 yards and a touchdown. Rockets did have a -2 turnover margin. Western Michigan was inexperienced on defense with 2 starters returning. Finn showing more accuracy in his 3rd season as a starter. In the Broncos' passing game of concern here, they sit just 122nd in the nation in yards per attempt. Rockets' defense has played well, sitting 26th in the nation. Play here Toledo -20.5. All right, that was our college football pick show here for Monday. This is week 4, part 1. We gave you 11 games for Saturday. We're going to do these in parts. There's over 60 games. I think there were 64 games this week, so we'll have them all over the course of the week. So, guys, make sure you subscribe to our channel. We have free college football picks updated all season long. Free picks every day from all the major sports like NFL, like Major League Baseball. Of course, lots of live shows on our channel with cappers giving out picks, making it a great time to subscribe. And don't forget to support our channel with that thumbs up. We greatly appreciate it. And don't forget, if you're looking for my picks, because I know I give a lot of picks and people want to know how can I find them. We reorganize our YouTube channel on our YouTube homepage. On the first line are my compilation videos with all my picks for today from all the sports that I cover. You click the thumbnail, and we have put timestamps in the text field, so you guys can find the pick you're looking for. Or if you're just the one that wants the whole compilation, you can do that. So we made it easier for you guys. And don't forget to visit our site, Tony'sPicks.com, for our best plays. Our premium picks are there. So go ahead and get them. Use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You'll save 20% off. You'll find the link in the description to get there. I'm Tony T. Back later with more free picks.